Namaste children, welcome to 6th standard social science class. How are you children? I hope you are all fine and safe. Have a nice day. Now we are going to study the social science of 6th standard. According to the subject matter, social science of 6th standard has been divided into 3 parts. The first one is history, second part is civics, third part is geography. In history, you study about the past events, what happened in the world as well as in India. In civics, you study about the politics, political condition, foreign relations, foreign policies or political policies. In geography, you study about the physical features, natural features of India as well as the world. Now, let us go for the history class. Listen here children. Farmers to earn more as government fixes MSP for crops. Data breach exposes 7 mm beam uses details. India ramps up road works in signal to China. Pak spies leave Indian diplomat summoned. Manufacturing PMI improves in May 30.8. The rich love Indians lockdown for poor, it's another story. Dear children, we read newspaper. Why do we read newspaper? Prarthana, tell me, do you read newspaper? No. Yes, you read. Girish, you read newspaper. Why do you read? What do you understand? We get news or current affairs. What is going on in and around the world, isn't it? Yesterday's news we get in the newspaper or some today's programs or sometimes they give tomorrow's. So, to know about what is going on in and around place, we have to read newspaper or sometimes we listen radio news, sometimes we watch TV. By this we can update our knowledge. So, today's, tomorrow's we can learn through this or we can come to know through this newspaper. Yes, Prarthana, tell me, what did you do last year in this same month, September or October month? Do you remember? Yes, remember. You have visited your aunt's house. Yes, you. What did you do, Girish? You went to tour along with your parents, isn't it? Visited South India. Yes. So, we remember last year's events, what happened, or you may ask your parents or relatives, brothers, sisters or your friends. But you tell me, Radha Krishna, if you want to know 100 years ago or 1000 years ago, do you know? Don't know, you don't know anything, isn't it? Yes, because we were not there those days. How can we learn about that? We need some records, books, or buildings or whatever it is, we need so many sources. So, let us learn history to learn all these events, what happened in the world as well as in India or in our places also. So, they keep record of all these things. So, we have to study history. History is very interesting children. What is history now? History is the systematic study of past events. We study it systematically. It is the record of past events. Everything is recorded in the history. So, studying history helps us to study and understand the present evolved, how we have come. So, we have to turn back and see what happened. So, present evolved, how it has developed. Step by step we learn this. It tells about the past of the present. Present, you know, we live here, it is present. So, we will come to know about the past, yesterday, day before yesterday, 1 year ago, 100 years ago or 1000 years ago. We study in this history. So, the systematic study of past events is called history. Simply we say his story, history. Interesting it is, story is interesting. Don't you listen story? You love listening story, reading stories. So, history also very interesting. Now, history in the sense is an adventure. You can read the adventure or you can learn the adventures of kings or queens or any heroes. It takes us to another world. When we read story or watch film, we go to some other world. No, in the same thing, history takes us to some other world and another age. Sometimes another age, 100 years ago, 1000 years ago, age in which people lived differently. Their living style was different from today's lifestyle. So we can learn in history. So you have to learn history. Then we can learn their economic condition, how was their financial condition, what type of currencies they had. So we can study in the history. That is also very interesting. Some of you may have the collection of old coins or currencies. You develop it, children. It is very good hobby. Then society, how people lived, how was their family, how they lived, what was their custom, tradition or festivals, everything, how they lived, their beliefs, what was their different beliefs, clothes, what type of clothes they were wearing. We wear now different types of colorful clothes, whether those days they were wearing all these things we can study in history. Clothes, food, what type of food they were eating. They hadn't your latest pizza or burger, such foods were not there. So let us study in history what type of food they were eating. Then houses they lived, where did they live, whether they lived in the flats, huts or caves or some other on the trees or somewhere they lived. Let us learn about this in history. They lived. What was their arts? There were artists. So let us say arts, music, dance, story, everything comes in this. Craft, buildings, all these items. Everything was different from today's. So we learn this in history. So what is history? What can we understand from this history? We can study in this. Then where was it started? Where was it started, originated, everything? Then how the people were, how they lived. So we can get answer for your questions. When was it? Which year? So we get answer for this in history. So in history we learn about hunters, peasants. See, long ago, 1000 years ago, people lived in the forest like hunters. They were hunters. See, they used bow and arrow to hunt the animals. Next, peasants, farmers. After a few years, they settled in a village and they farmers, they plow. See, later they started to grow the crops like this. So many people work in the paddy field or in the plantation. Next, we learn about hunters over peasants, pilgrims. People visit so many places. Pilgrims, they visit the places. Next, saints and kings. Saints and kings, we study about this. Saints and kings. Next, we study about kings, queens, artists. See, King Krishnadevaraya, very popular. Then Chhatrapati Shivaji, we learn history. Queens, Kittur Rani, Chennamma. See, Swami Vivekananda is a saint who spread Hinduism all over the world. Kings, queens we study. Then artists, musicians, scientists and ancient games or stories or folk tales, folk songs, everything we study in history. So history is very interesting, adventurous, new things we discover, we learn new things. To study this history or past events, we need some sources. The person who study all these things are called historians or archaeologists. Historians and archaeologists, they need some sources. They can't learn like easily. So they refer the books. So many books are available and they refer the books. All the so many books are, you know that. So you have to go through library or you can collect the books. Nowadays in internet it is available. Next, bones. Some bones, they archaeologists, they see and they decide the year, which year it was happened. Written materials, either on the walls, inscriptions or like that. Pictures, so many pictures are available. Some ornaments, ancient ornaments, see, very ancient ornaments, these are. Then pictures, buildings, they can see or learn from the buildings, and sometimes coins. We have the coins, different types of ancient coins we had. Buildings, sculptures. See, this is the present coin, children. Old coin, you collect the old coins. Then buildings helps us to learn the events, what happened. See, here is an inscription. You can see this in your textbook. They have given sculptures. Beluru Halebedu, if you visit Beluru Halebedu, you can, or Hampe, you can see various sculptures, palaces, world famous Mysore Palace, so many palaces are there, Jaipur Palace. Then this is, see, this palace, this building is related to Ramayana, great epic, two great epics of India, Ramayana and Mahabharata. We get so many resources to learn this. Then forts, all these pictures are related to Ramayana. See, Rishmukh, near Hampe it is. Then this is from Sri Lanka, Ashoka Vatika it was called. See, evidence for Ramayana. We need some evidence to study this. Pada, Sri Ramapada, they say, Lord Ramachandra and Lakshmana's Pada it is. Hoods. Then here also, this is also from Sri Lanka. There is a proof. Rama Setu is there. All these are the evidences to study the history. So, history is very interesting, children. Dear children, history has been divided into three parts. To learn easily, it has been divided into three parts: ancient history, medieval history and modern history. Ancient history starts from BC or before BC up to 7th century. We study about up to 7th century in the ancient history, 7th century. After 7th century to 14th century or 8th century to 14th century, it is medieval history. 15th century onwards, we study modern history. Until now, we are in the 21st century. Until yesterday, it comes under modern history. So, in this class, you are studying the ancient history, how people lived before BC or before this, counting the years. Let us see how they were lived. Dear children, do you know where did they live several hundred years ago? Can you imagine? Yes, they lived on the banks of rivers. Where did they live? They lived along the banks of rivers on the thousands and thousands of years ago, and in the forest. Why did they live on the banks of the rivers and the forest? Because food and water is very essential for human beings. To survive on this earth or to live, we need food as well as water. On the banks of the rivers, they get the sufficient water and food. So, water and food is essential. That they knew. Even they were lived long, thousand years ago in the forest. They knew that they get their essential goods in these areas. They knew about the vast wealth of forests and plants. Forest gives us everything, plants and forest, they give us everything, wealth of the forest. So, they used to collect, first in the beginning, thousands and thousands of years ago, they started to collect the roots. They were eating roots, fruits, nuts which was available freely in the forest, and other forest products freely which was available for them. Then hunting was their main occupation. They used to hunt and kill the animals, and they used to eat it, or sometimes fishing was also their main occupation. They hadn't guns like today. See here, how they lived in the forest. They hunt the animals. So they used only bow and arrows or some hard stone weapons or wooden logs or such things. So ancient time or long ago, 1000 years ago, people lived on the banks of rivers and in the forest. The later years, around 8000 years ago, they started to grow grains, food grains, especially wheat and barley. They started to grow wheat and barley. See, wheat field you might have seen, wheat and barley fields. When they started to grow wheat and barley, around 8000 years ago, what we prepare chapati or roti by this wheat. Which place they started to grow? They started to grow on the Suleiman and Kirtar hills. They started to grow it in the Suleiman and Kirtar hills. Suleiman and Kirtar hills, hilly areas they started to grow. It is in present Pakistan. See children, present Pakistan. As you know, earlier India was a very vast country. See the picture of ancient India. Even Pakistan, Afghanistan was the part of India. Then Bhutan, Myanmar, even Sri Lanka was also the part of India, ancient India. You know this, in 1947 India and Pakistan was divided. India was divided into two countries. So this is ancient India. So all these crops grown here, 8000. They started afterwards. When they started to grow the crops, they started to rear the animals like sheep, goat, cattle, cow, or he-buffalo or she-buffalo, and so many other animals. Then afterwards they started to live a settled life in the villages. Village life. So before that they were wanderers, nomads. They were wandering from place to place. After few years, when they started to grow agricultural crops, they started to settle in the villages. They lived in the villages. This is in the northwestern part of India. Now let us go to the northeast. On the banks of river Brahmaputra, they settled northeast, because waters are very important for human beings. So always they settle on the banks of rivers. You keep it in mind children, because banks of rivers are very fertile, as well as they need water to grow the crops. So from northeastern side, people lived in Karo hills. They lived beside in the Karo hills. It is then after few years they settled in the central part of India, especially in the Vindhya mountains. They lived in the villages. They started to grow crops like wheat. Even they started to grow rice, and they had a settled life and they lived in the villages. Yes children, see the people started to settle around 8000 years ago in the villages. After many years, around 4700 years ago, some earlier cities were developed. Cities were flourished. So you know village. What is the village? People settled in the villages. They grow crops. They rear animals. Now cities. That is the difference between cities and villages. Now they started to build buildings and marketplaces, and they settled in the cities. It was a town. Next, especially in the beginning, it was on the banks of the river Sindhu or Indus river. We say, see here, it flows in the northwestern side. It rises in the Himalaya mountains, especially Tibet it is, and flows through Jammu and Kashmir and continues in Pakistan and joins this Arabian Sea. So Sindhu river or Indus river it is called. Its and tributaries they built and settled there. Next, after 2500 years ago, some other cities developed on the banks of river Ganga, holy river of Ganga, holy Ganga Snana, Tungapana. So holy river of Ganga, very fertile land. It also rises in Gangotri and flows in the north central India and in the northern India, very holy river of India, Ganga river. Then there around 2000 years, the area was known as Magadha. Magadha city was very famous. Magadha cities. So Magadha kingdom was very strong, very rich kingdom. So many kings ruled there, especially Nandas, Mauryas, Samudragupta Maurya, Chandragupta Maurya, Ashoka, they were the famous and strong kings, very popular kings of India. See, is there a Magadha, Mauryan Empire. This is, say, it is at present Bihar. We say Bihar, no? You know the Bihar state, it is here in the next below to Ganga river, Magadha Empire. It is in present Bihar, children. So Magadha Empire was developed. After few years, people started to move. Villages they settled, they built cities. Now they started to move from one place to another place. Why do they move? What is the reason? Because first of all, see, people started to move from place to place. Why? Because in search of food. Some other places, fertile land or to grow or to collect the good food or different varieties of food they want. In search of food, they left their place and started to move, especially in the subcontinent. Asian subcontinent means almost India and its neighboring countries, either present Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iran, China and some other Arab countries or European countries, or here Burma, Sri Lanka. In that they started to travel from one place to another place for next for business, also in search of food for business. Sometimes to escape from the natural calamities like a flood, drought or any landslide. Such natural calamities they try to avoid. For business purpose, for trade or to make money. Sometimes the religious leaders they move to spread the religion. Buddhism, Jainism, Hinduism was there, so they started to spread it. Next, some people they are very much interested to discover the new exciting places. Spirit of adventure, youths they want to do the adventures, so people started to move from one place to another place. Yes, dear children, today's class we have studied about what is history, what can we study in history, then where was the settlement started, where was the people lived in the beginning, then how did they live, how they settled in some places and when was it settled. We studied about this. Now come to the homework, children. First one, fill up the blanks. About 8000 years ago, people started to grow dash and dash on the Suleiman and Kirtar hills. What is the answer? Wheat and barley. You have to write the answer. Rice was grown on the river banks of Brahmaputra in the north eastern side. First time on the river Brahmaputra. See children, here is the river Sindhu. Sindhu, I think you can see Sindhu. Search in your atlas, you will get it. Sindhu in the northwestern side, in the central India. Ganga is here. Then in the northeastern side, Brahmaputra river. See here, you can see this. Next, let us go for questions, children. What is history? You have to write it written already. Make a list of objects that archaeologists may find. Which of could be made of stone? Search, children. You will get it. Made of stone. Why did people start to move from one place to another? After few years, settlement they started to move. Why? Then draw the outline map of India. Don't rest. You have to draw by your hand. India and mark river Ganga, Sindhu or Indus and Brahmaputra river. So, thank you children. If you have any doubts, you can call me. My number, Veena Joshi. Shall I write the number? 990-990-13-21607. Veena Joshi. Yes, have a nice day. Thank you.